Randall M. Rueff. Today is Tuesday, May the 21st, 2013 AD. And today we are looking at the 4K camera. Not actually called the 4K, but it's a camera capable of doing 4K. And that is the EOS 1DC. That's right, the EOS-1DC 4K. Which also means you can do full HD 1080p up to 60 frames per second. The 1DX can do full HD, but it can only do 30 frames a second. The 1DC can do 1080p at 60 frames. So it's kind of got a cutoff line between, the 1DX has a cutoff line between full HD at 30, and then the 1DC picks up at 1080 at, okay, you can also do 30, but it can go up to 60. And of course it also does 4K. And of course it's also backwards compatible with 720 and 340 and 480 and all those other smaller ones. But it kind of has that cutoff line there between the two. So, it's a beautiful, look at it, it's pretty, it's beautiful and pretty, and it's awesome, and it's, right now it's the best camera on the market, digital SLR on the market, and the lenses are super high expensive, and they're really well made, and I can't afford it, and I'm ticked off I can't because I want one. And my throat's still yucky, and I gotta get something to drink here, hold on. You know, I got that generic Mountain Dew called Mountain Mist or Mountain Mist. What's it called? Citrus Drop. Okay, so let's talk about this camera because I've got nothing else better to do. It's compact, durable, self-contained, 4K video recording, Canon 18.1 megapixel full frame CMOS sensor, 4K JPEG. Full HD, we talked about Digic 5 image processors. There's two of them, plus a Digic 4 processor. Canon log gamma, HDMI output, compatibility with EF cinema and EF lenses. Built-in headphone terminal, which is something a lot of people have been wanting, but didn't come in the 1DX. WFT-E6A Wi-Fi with built-in remote capabilities. Full feature 12 frames per second, 18.1 megapixel, full frame DSLR. It can also do 14 frames a second with the mirror locked up, just like the 1DX, of course. But I'm telling you right here, this is a beautiful camera. This is a beautiful camera. It's expensive. It's approximately $12,000. Very expensive. Can't afford it. And the only difference, really, between the 1DX and this is the 4K, which is, I mean, there's some things like the head earphone jacks, but basically the basic difference is the fact it does 4K video. That's the main selling point. And selling point is, like I said, between $6,800 and $12,000. So you can do the math on how much that's over $4,000 difference. It's like $4,400 difference. So that's not including sales tax and shipping and no lenses included. But it's beautiful. I wish I had one. The only thing I don't like about it is the EF lenses are not autofocus, which doesn't make sense to me. They've got a new cinema lens, which I absolutely love the way it looks and the quality of it. The only problem is the 30-300 and all these cinema lenses are manual focus. They don't have an autofocus. Now, if you're using a camera like this for video, I understand some of those professionals out there want to have the manual focus, okay? Personally, I would rather have the autofocus. Especially when I'm going to be using it half the time for photo. I'm not going to be using it all the time for video. I'm using it for photo. I want to have autofocus. I'm telling you, my throat's just phlegm and stuff. Anyway, point is, Canon, if you're out there, the 30-300, all these cinema lenses need to have autofocus. Okay? That's just, I mean, I can't believe we're having this conversation where they're not autofocus. I mean, that's to me, when you're spending the 30 to 300 cinema lens, I agree it's Canon, it's high quality. I can't believe it's not automatic autofocus. That just blows my mind. And two, the price, $45,000. I mean, that is unreal. Now, I realize for a lot of these professional people that are in Hollywood or in, London or New York, California, maybe they can, that's not a big deal. But $45,000 for a lens, and for a good lens, and then $12,000 for a camera. Wow, man, that's just. I mean, the price is just, I don't. And secondly, like I said, for that price, you ought to have autofocus, okay? Because there's people that are going to be switching from video from video to photo. Now I realize they're pimping this camera out. Let me say that word again. They're pimping this camera out as a video. Yeah, it does still just as good as the 1DX or better, but they're pimping it out from the video section. So the fact that it does photos isn't near as important as the video factor, the way they're promoting this camera. Well, I hate to tell you, if I'm going to spend $45,000 for a lens, it sure the heck is going to be able to do autofocus. Especially since the idea of this camera is being able to do photos and video separately. Now, I realize there's a lot of people that are wanting to do where they can, take stills from video, but there's also still a lot of people like myself who want to do we want to do video here and photography here. And being able to do one in both cameras is great, but if you don't have the autofocus, it just, I can't, $45,000, he doesn't have autofocus. I mean, that to me just blows my mind. I mean, seriously. I mean, I got a camera, a flip video that's $200. $200. And it has autofocus. The fact you're spending $45,000, it really just blows the mind. I mean, I don't understand it. I mean, if you don't want it, fine, just turn it off. But not having the option, I mean, you need to have the option, people. In fact, not only should you have the option, this should be the best autofocus, fastest autofocusing thing on the market for the price. So, I mean, that's all. I can't sit here and go on forever, but it is beautiful. It is high tech. It's just there's one feature I think they need to change. Those EF lenses or those cinema lenses need to be autofocus. I mean, that's just. I mean, if you want to have a switch to turn the autofocus off, that's cool. I mean, that's the way most lenses are nowadays are anyway. You have the option of autofocus or manual focus. And that's cool, but not having the option, that's just, especially at that price, despite how good the lenses are. Otherwise. I mean, they've got the great irises, they've got the 2.8 goes up to 240 millimeter. I mean, there's a lot of good features on that 30 to 300 lens and the other cinema lenses, but it's just the fact that it blows my mind. I could go on for hours about this because I mean, it just. Anyway, that's all I'm gonna say. It's a beautiful camera. It does a lot of great things. There's just one flaw that I see, and I don't like it. And I want these cameras to be the best. They're the best in so many other ways. This one, it just doesn't make sense to me why they're not autofocus. Anyway, until next time, I'm Canon EOS for Randall M saying thanks for watching. Have a good day. May God bless you. Bye.